Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Travel Tech. So in many of my previous videos, I have already covered the unboxing features, the video review and the license plate readability of the VIOFO A139 Pro 4K dual channel dash cam, and also along with that I have already covered the VIOFO T130 triple channel dash camera as well. In case if you have missed any of those videos, head down onto the description. You will find all the relevant links right there. But in this video, I'll be doing a comparison of the VIOFO A139 Pro along with the VIOFO T130 2K dash cam. So it's a battle of 4K resolution versus 2K resolution, and more importantly, it's a battle between the newly released Sony Starvis 2 sensor with the older generation Sony Starvis sensor. So who will win this round and who wins this competition? Well, let's find out. So taking a look at the night sample, if you can notice the ICICI Bank ATM signboard on the right. Now in the sample of the A139 Pro, each letter is clearly visible both in English and in the regional language, and the exposure has been adjusted according to the brightness of the board. If we take a look at the sample from the T130, clearly it is overexposed because the lack of exposure compensation in the brighter areas in the Sony Starvis IMX335 sensor. Now taking a look at the sample side by side, well, this is no competition. The A139 Pro wins this hands down, and there is literally no way the T130 beats the A139 Pro in this aspect. Now further continuing down into the road, you can see a vehicle moving ahead of me, and if I close in to about a distance of 10 feet and then pause the video and zoom in to show you the license plate of the A139 Pro. Now this is a very good, very excellent read of the license plate at that distance in night conditions. You can clearly make out each and every letter and number, but that's not the same case with the T130. Again, a overexposed picture because the Sony IMX335 sensor is not designed to read license plates and it lacks the exposure compensation. Taking a look at the picture side by side, now again this is not a competition at all. The A139 Pro again wins this round hands down, and the T130 lags far behind in this comparison. Now further fast forwarding the video and waiting till the vehicle moves to a distance of about 30 feet from my vehicle, and then zooming in on the A139 Pro license plate readability. Now you do see the quality coming down a bit because of the higher distance, but still, even in spite of having such a blurred condition, you can still make out the number plate. But again, the same case with the T130, higher exposure, completely washed out picture, and you are not able to read any of the number plate in this sample. Coming to the daytime comparison of both these dash cameras, clearly you can see that the A139 Pro has a higher contrast and the colors are more punchy due to the higher dynamic range because it supports HDR, whereas the T130 does not support a HDR capability. Now taking a look at the license plate readability of the Hyundai i20, now the vehicle is about 15 to 20 feet away from me and very moderate amount of noise, but a very clear picture of the license plate. Let's see what's the case with the T130. Now slightly blurred in comparison to the A139 Pro, but you can still make out the number plate. But the problem is, once you have seen the sample of the A139 Pro, you will definitely find this to be a more blurred out version. Now putting them side by side, as you can clearly see, the A139 Pro gives you a more better sample and a more clear picture. Now fast forwarding the video till the time where I reached very close to the vehicle in front of me, maybe about less than 10 feet. And then if I go ahead and zoom in on the license plate, now this is the finest license plate reads you are ever going to get in a dash cam, and this is from the A139 Pro at a very close range, absolutely no noise and a crystal clear picture. Well, what's the case with T130? Again, a very good read, slightly overexposed and a higher warmer tone, but you can still make out the number plate. Putting them side by side, you can clearly see the A139 Pro has a more sharp and a more higher contrast picture. Well, that was the license plate read during the daytime. And I think again, even in daytime, the A139 Pro really excels because it is backed by the Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, which gives the camera such amazing capabilities. Coming to the rear camera sample during nighttime, now here is where there is a more of a fair fight because there is not a drastic difference between the quality of both the rear dash cameras. Although you might say the A139 Pro is slightly better because it offers a bit more contrast and lesser glare compared to the T130. That's not a huge deal, and that's not something which is very much noticeable when you put the footage side by side, as you can clearly see on the video screen right now. All the technical details and specifications of the camera has been mentioned on the left side of the video for your reference, so you can take a look at that to get some more info about this dash camera. Coming to the daytime sample of the rear camera, again a very similar picture from both the cameras. There is no drastic difference. A similar quality is presented by both, although I must say again, in the daytime condition, the A139 Pro's rear camera is slightly better, I think. Now you may say the T130 is better, and I may not be able to disagree with you, but all I can say is there is no major change between the quality of the rear cameras, and in terms of having a clear picture, both the rear cameras work effectively and equally well, and there is no major difference among these two. So as you just saw, the Sony StarVis 2 sensor is miles ahead of the previous generation of StarVis sensors, and that makes the VIOFO A139 Pro the best buy among these two dash cameras. Well, if you're interested in purchasing this dash cam, the links to purchase them will be provided in the description of this video. And also, if you want to take a detailed look at each of these dash cams, as I said previously, I have made detailed videos on each of those, and you'll find the links to all those videos in the description of this video as well. So tell me guys how you found out this video, and was this video helpful to you? And if it was, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and also smash that like button before moving on to the next one. Many more interesting videos are coming up in the future. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.